Hi guys and welcome to the Cars World. I am Vinamra Agrawal and I will help you choosing the best car for you. Here we are today at Stallion Honda reviewing the all new generation Honda City. Honda City, this new generation will appeal to every generation of your house. This beauty is loaded with the 9 slat array design LED headlamps with the fog lamps and with the signature chrome grille highlight of the Honda. The car now gets a more curvy and more muscular design in the front like the Civic, and if you look at this car for the first time, you won't be able to differentiate whether it's a City or a Civic if you are a noob. Fills the gap between the bonnet and the bumper line and brings it to the very finite and very attractive looking. These wipers you get are rain sensing wipers, which is again a very nice touch. So without any delay, let's check out the engine bay. New generation City gets two engine options, 1.5 liter ID.Tech and 1.5 liter iVTEC engine. The ID.Tech engine creates a power of 100 PS while the iVTEC engine creates a power of 121 PS, which is quite adequate for this segment. The petrol is offered with a two gearbox option, one is a CVT gearbox and one is a manual transmission 6-speed, and the diesel is only offered in the 6-speed manual transmission. Talking about the engine bay is quite well settled. The engine bay looks quite sexy and the insulation has been provided very nicely. The side profile of the car looks very similar to the older City and it gets a very deep cut, which gives it a very good appeal to the car. You get chrome door handles along with the request sensor on the other side. Also the car is the ORVMs is shaped in body colored, and here you get all new alloy wheels which are 16 inches 185/55 R16. That also look very appealing. That's all about to say to the side profile. Profile gets all new look with the LED tail lamps along with the halogen bulbs for the indicators, which is a kind of disappointment but not an issue. The car gets reverse parking sensors, again a very nice touch, and these are carried in the front also. The Honda logo, not much of a badging, which is a good thing, and if you still don't like this badging, you can get it debadged aftermarket. Here you get the engine and the variant badging, here you get the City badging. That's all about the car, and these are reflectors, looks very nice. Talking about the boot of the car, is a kind of light but it's heavy also. It's the weight is adequate, which specifies the build quality itself. The boot is now 506 liter unlike the old generation 510 liters. Talking about the old generation will also be sold alongside with this variant, so you can also go for the older generation City or this, it's your choice. The boot lip is not high, but for the sedans it's quite high, and the loading slit is low, so the boot is practical. The seats cannot be folded, which can be done in Verna, and but the boot is very practical. Talking about the driver side door, the armrest is finished in leather along with a soft touch, which makes it quite good feel. And the bottle holder is quite big, it can accommodate 1 liter of your bottle quite nicely. Here the speaker and some of the controls for the windows as well as the electrically adjustable ORVMs. And on the talking about the ORVMs, you get the lane watch assist on the left of the ORVM, which is again a very nice touch, which you talk about it later. But the soft touch material is not carried all over. You can see hard plastic out here, and the fit and finish is quite good, but it can be improved further, as the better the best. The seat comfort is quite good. The side bolstering is quite good, but the bolsterings could have been thickened, and the seat is very well cushioned, not too hard, not too soft like the previous generation the seats were too soft, but this is very adequate for the long drive as well as for the short drive. There is no lack of under thigh support, and my height for reference is approximately 5'9", and you get manual adjustment for the driver seat, which is kind of disappointing, but that's what you can expect in this segment. This car gets push start stop button, and along with the push start stop button, this also has an Alexa connectivity, which you can start the car or do any connected car feature like any other car, and this is the first car which gets Alexa control. This looks kind of drag, but it's cool. The more brightness could have been appreciated out here. The button you see here, you can increase or decrease the intensity of the instrument cluster. You get controls for infotainment, media, horn, airbags. It gets 6 airbags, and here you get controls for the cruise. Here are the paddle shifters. You get a 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system with a lane watch assist camera. As you can see here, the visibility is quite good in this, and the guidelines are not here. You don't get a guidelines. In the reverse, you don't get a adaptive guidelines, but different camera angles as well. It's a analog AC controls, which is very nice feature, unlike the touch which used to distract us. Below here is a 2 power socket along with the full size socket, 12 volt. Here is a space to keep your phones. Now you get a 2 cup holders along with a bit of coin holder thing there. Here is a glove box, and here you get some more space for keys and knickknacks to keep. Here you get an armrest with a quite bit of storage room. The armrest is not slidable, which is a below point. The seats are not ventilated. If the seats were ventilated, they could have been a very nice touch. Here you get a auto dimming in the car. The glove box is quite good, but it is not cooled. Auto dimming IRVMs, which is quite a nice touch. Talking about the visors now get the mirrors on both the side, but I don't know what are these dummy buttons for, which is again a very nice touch. Here you get the LED reading lamps, which is quite a nice touch. The sunroof is biggest in the segment. Here you see it opens wide and can make you feel more airy. The plastic quality of the cabin is quite nice. For change in the rear door, it also gets hard plastic along with the soft touch door armrest and chrome highlight on the handles. The window is quite big and there can be no visibility. There can be no hindrance to the visibility. Down below you get a cup holder along with a speaker. It is quite good, but if the recline would have been more, I would have appreciated it. The legroom is very ample. There is no lag in the headroom as well. The armrest is big and is very good and soft cushion along with the 2 cup holders as well. Talking about the headrests are fixed. They are not adjustable at the back, while they are adjustable in the front. But I don't have any complaint with the back headrest because they are quite huge, and it gets 3 headrests. The reading lights are LED at the back. Here you get a AC vents along with the 2 charging ports. USB sockets would have been appreciated instead of this full size socket where you have to plug the car charger. The leather quality is also very good. The seat cushioning is softer than it is in the front, which can make it a problem if you are in for the long drives. The better feature is that it gets automatic up down feature in the all 4 doors. If you like this video, please hit the like button. For any queries, you can comment down below, or you can ping us on Instagram, or you can also tell us on the Twitter. Please do subscribe and press the bell icon. Thank you. Vinamr Agarwal signing. Drive safe.